In this video, I'm continuing with the summer projects. I have cleaning I want done, and we're moving rooms around, and so that is just causing us to take literally everything out of those rooms and reorganize it and put it back. And then my husband is doing some DIY, so I'll give you a bathroom DIY update. So come on along with me if you'd like motivation getting your own summer project list done. It started out innocently enough. I had noticed my room was very messy, wanted to get it cleaned up, wanted to do a deep clean of my bedroom. I also wanted to reorganize my closet, so that was what this video was initially going to be. And I knew at the same time that we were going to be switching bedrooms around. This room I'm in now is going to become our family den. Then my husband and I are moving into my son's very small bedroom, and he would like to move into the sunroom, which is actually where we have my husband's office right now. So I knew this was all going to happen, but I wasn't necessarily thinking it was going to happen right away. This is a Friday where I'm getting my bedroom clean, and I knew that the next day my husband was planning on continuing work in our downstairs bathroom remodel. So I wasn't necessarily thinking this was going to happen, and then my daughters offered to help move the rooms around, and they were thinking it was all going to happen on Saturday. So at that point, how could I resist when you know you're going to have extra help? Of course, it's best if I can do this with a clean bedroom and having things organized, so it did work out well in the end. So first here, I'm getting all the clothes that were left out put away. I had also taken out some clothes and reserved those that I wanted to wash them all together because they needed to be done on delicate. Before I pull clothes out of my closet, though, I wanted to get my desk straightened up and wiped down because I didn't want to be pulling things out of the closet when I also had a bit of a mess on my desk. When we move our rooms around, this desk will be staying in this room. It'll be a combination of family den, my husband's office, and I'll be putting my desk in here as well, which actually I don't use my desk a ton. I thought I would use it more, but I find myself more comfortable just sitting on my bed or in the living room. As you just saw, my desk had gotten pretty dirty, so it worked out very well that I'm cleaning it. You'll notice often throughout this video, I use my glass cleaner from Method on just about everything. I more or less use it as an all-purpose cleaner. I really love the mint smell, and it doesn't give me a headache, so it works out perfectly. It feels so good to get my desk clean, and now I can move on to the closet. So I'm basically taking all of my clothes that are hung up out of the closet. And not all of my clothes are in here because I had taken out quite a few that I wanted to wash together, as I mentioned before. I'm getting some other odds and ends taken out of that closet, and those black boxes are where I put my shoes. Those will eventually come out so I can vacuum the bottom of my closet. So I'm going through all of my clothes, making sure that I want to keep everything. And I'm looking at my jeans there because these are jeans I don't ever wear. I had saved them for when I do home projects, and I really had like 3 pairs for whenever I paint or something, and that's a little more. I really only need 1 pair of paint pants, so I'm going to choose one. So I have some piles going here of things that are going in the trash that are very damaged and can't be fixed, things that can go to Goodwill, and things I'm keeping, and then things I don't wear very often but I'm not ready to get rid of, so I'm going to put those with my off-season clothes in the basement. One example would be some of my clothes that are dressier I don't wear very often because I don't often go places that require being super dressed up, so those will go with the off-season clothes. I went through all my stuff, so this is going back in the closet. This is going in off-season clothes because it's just either off-season or things I rarely wear, like for a wedding or something, and I don't have a wedding. This is Goodwill. These are stained well, actually, no, not even stained. These have holes in them. So those will get thrown out because they're holes in places where you can't sew them. And this is also going back in the closet. I'm getting the bottom wiped out. That piece of shelf liner is for whenever I have a glass of water beside my bed so that I don't ruin the bottom of the cabinet if the glass sweats. And now I'm taking out everything that is on top. This was really what was bothering me and what I wanted to get reorganized, because I have some t-shirts. I don't have a dresser. And so I wanted to get the things out of here that don't need to be in here and make room so that I could fold my t-shirts and put them there. You never know what you're going to find when you start pulling things out. I don't have a ton of space to be storing the things that I own, and that is an issue that I want to solve, but I've really wanted to declutter first and make sure that I'm not organizing things that I don't need to keep. I can leave a decluttering playlist in my description box below, but I do want to just say right now that when you watch those decluttering videos, I don't know if it looks like this is easy for me, but it's actually super, super hard. Let's face it, if decluttering was easy, we wouldn't need to do it because we would keep up with it. I do have a drawer in the bottom of this closet, and I'm not even diving into it today. And even when you see me take everything out of it so that we can move the closet into my quote new bedroom, I'm not going to be decluttering it. I'm going to save that for my decluttering video, which you'll see coming up next after this one. You can click on the subscribe button, then click on the bell and select all notifications to know whenever I upload a new video. Now we're heading into the sunroom. I wanted to show you, this is where my son Francois' room will be. That long box is our ceiling for the bathroom. This has become a dumping ground with all the DIY projects that we have going on, plus it is my husband's office. There's our older microwave on the floor. We just got a new one. And then our books and his office area is right there in the corner. We also have extra material from doing our floor, as well as some materials for the new carpet that's going into the family den, which is this room that I'm in now. So what I'm doing now is I'm emptying out my husband's closet so that the kids can move it. We're going to be letting Francois have this one because there's no closet in the sunroom where he wanted to have his bedroom. He really likes it in there because it reminds him of camping, and it's very kind of log cabin style with the shiplap on the wall. My husband's not helping right now because he's already in the bathroom. He is mudding the ceiling and getting that next coat on, and then he's going to be wallpapering behind the washer and dryer, and I will show that to you in just a little bit. So I'm just taking everything out and putting it on our bed. These things are going to go in the closet in the bedroom that we're going to, and then I'm going to keep my white closet because the closet in the bedroom is super small. Once I completely get my bedroom figured out, it's about a 9 by 10 room, then I will definitely give you a tour and let you know how we decided to organize things. I think I'm smiling off and on here because I really can't believe how much is coming out of this closet. I cannot believe how much fit in there. Once I have everything out, I just needed to give it a quick vacuum. It was clean, it just had some dust and dirt in there, so I didn't need to wipe it down, I just needed to vacuum it. Here's my living room. What a disaster. It is all the extra things that came out of the sunroom, plus things that came out of the bathroom while my husband is working on it. He's done with the mudding, and he is most of the way done with the peel and stick wallpaper. He's starting to get used to me having a camera trained on him, so here he is now. I love how he actually decided to talk to the camera. I wasn't even in the room at the time. So it's just so funny because we've gone from him kind of tolerating me, you know, filming him walking back and forth doing a project with me, to actually talking to the camera. So you never know what might happen in the future. This peel and stick wallpaper is supposed to be removable, and it's supposed to be easily removable, and it's something that we got at Lowe's, and I really am just loving the design.
The idea behind this is to get the air bubbles out behind there. But the best way you can feel them is with your hand. So you put your hand up, you can feel if there's one there. Sometimes you can see, and then you apply the pressure you need with this. Very handy tool. Now, as you can see, at some point I'm going to have to replace this receptacle. It's the wrong color. It happens over the years. Now we can get our washer back in place. All of its different covers and parts. So we'll probably put an order in for more of this. Finish this across. It'll be all good.
The girls help Fran empty his room, and the mattress is now coming out. This is a look at it completely empty. They weren't really fond of being filmed, so I respected that. That's a Pergo laminate flooring, and I do hope to paint the walls and put up new curtains. Now here's a look at our mess. We are just pulling everything out, and it is absolutely everywhere. I don't like pulling everything out, but there was no way to avoid it. So with the room empty, before we bring in the furniture, I'm giving the floor a quick mop. I'm not quite sure when the last time was that this was done, although I will say that my son Fran, he's 17 years old, and he keeps his room neat as a pin, and that sure did help us when we were moving all of his things to his new bedroom. At first the floor looked a little streaky, and that made me nervous because it's a darker laminate and it's very shiny, but after it dried it looked a whole lot better. Rachel's got a great view here. Francois and my husband are now starting to move our furniture in our room. The bed is first because it's the biggest thing in the room, and Rachel's just innocently there cooking her lunch. This is where my bed was, and so I'm getting to see all of the mess that was underneath my bed, and we even found a couple missing things. For example, a pair of sunglasses that I've been looking for quite some time somehow had made their way under my bed, and now wouldn't it have been smart if I just waited for them to finish moving the bed and then I swept? I'm not quite sure why I was so anxious to get that swept. Of course, you can see Leo on the left there. He's never far behind. He just loves being a part of every project. There's no way to avoid having this window off center because I want to be able to put end tables or bedside tables on either side of the bed. So I was thinking actually about putting a curtain across that entire wall as sort of a backdrop. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you know anyone who's done this? Have you ever done this, and how did it come out? Our top priority, of course, was to make sure that everyone had their bed set up so that we can at least sleep at night. I actually wanted to tell you about someone who very much inspires me as I get older and things take me longer to do and I have less energy. My Aunt Betty was a true artist. She did so many amazing crafts and she loved to decorate. She lived in a tiny little apartment and she was always painting the walls or painting furniture or rearranging or doing something, but she couldn't do very much in a day, but she never let that stop her. She would do what she could every day and just continue the next day until it was done, and she always was able to accomplish her goals, and I want to be like her. her. You'll always notice in my videos, it rarely takes one day to do a project, and I'm not going to let that bother me. I'm just going to peck away at it every day until I reach every goal. And here's Fran's room. You can see as we sort of pan around that it really does have that being on vacation kind of campy feel. He's got his desk there, and there's that white closet we gave him that was my husband's. And then he has his bed, of course, and he liked to have it right beside the glass sliders. He's got the best view in the house. And then all of his instruments, he's very musical. And then the guitars. So there he is. Long way to go here. And this room to make it into a den. This is the cabinet that's going to go over the washer and dryer. These are my things, my closet that still needs to be moved. Stuff we're getting rid of. My husband's things here. And then I have some laundry here and some summer clothes that are going in the basement. Then this is the rug that will be in this room. Then our humble beginning in here. This is where my closet will go, in this corner. My husband's things here. A long way to go here. It's day 3, cloudy, dreary, rainy, and I'm getting all these things put on the dining room table so that it's easier to go through each box and decide what we need to do with each thing. And then that microwave is going to Goodwill. This shot right here makes me so happy because this nice bright room on a rainy day is why I changed the flooring. And I'm getting all of these things put in there as well so that it's all in one place and can be dealt with. And I'm going to be taking that laundry into the bathroom and getting that started as well. Getting everything out of my closet. My husband's getting a little bit of work done. I'm putting it all on the bed, and then he and my son are going to move the closet where it goes, and I can get it filled up again. I'm trying to decide whether I want to keep this closet or go with a standard dresser. If I get a dresser, then the things that I hang up will go in the closet with my husband's, and then he has things that were on a shelf that would go in a dresser that would come out. But I'm going to wait until I paint and put up new curtains and just see what I think would look better. Now look at where I had this closet before. This is such a mess, and you really can't even see all of the dust and dirt that was on the wall behind the dresser or the closet. So I'm getting this all cleaned up. I'm going in with my vacuum cleaner, and then I'm even going to sweep the wall. It's gonna be okay. The sun could go out. We're gonna be okay. Before the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. That is just from behind the closet. Now I'm using my broom just to make sure that I got all of the dust and didn't miss anything. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. Before the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be. And that is much better. And now I can get my things put back in the closet, and again, I am not even going near the stuff that's in that drawer today. I will wait and do that maybe tomorrow when I start decluttering again. Now I'm getting laundry switched over so that I can start on my shirts that I had pulled out. You can see that we ran out of wallpaper there on the right hand side, and so that will be where we start next Saturday when we continue working on the bathroom remodel. But I'm just loving how things are getting all brightened up. My priority is definitely choosing things that reflect light and make things bright. My clothes needed special attention. I had spots in different areas that needed to be treated, and I was procrastinating doing these things, so I was just holding them aside and not wearing them because I couldn't put them in with the general laundry. I just needed to get those done, and some of the things needed to be washed on Delicate, so I just did the whole load on Delicate. I like to use Dawn dishwashing liquid along with hydrogen peroxide and baking soda to get out tough stains, and it even will get out stains that happened and then got baked in the dryer because they didn't get taken out in the washer. With the laundry going, I'm going after this windowsill, getting some things taken care of and put away, and then I'm going to get it all wiped down and cleaned up. This window ledge has a lot of damage, and eventually we are going to get rid of it. And I mentioned in another video we are getting new windows, but we opted to wait on this window because it is super expensive. We're going to be taking out the bay window and putting in a flat window the same size, but we just need to wait and do that another year, probably at some point next year, hopefully. You can see my little pink car out the window. That's a Mitsubishi, and I just love that car. It is so fun to own that little pink car, and more importantly, the windows looking nice too. And now I'm going to get the door cleaned. I had noticed, especially around the doorknob, it was getting super dirty. I do need to do the outside of this door because spiders have taken up residence, but it was raining outside, so I was not willing to get wet. I'm not that committed to things being clean. This is the end of my energy today, so this is my last little project and the rest will have to wait, so stay tuned. I'm just going to pick up where I left off, and I will see you next time with more decluttering. Remember, as always, that God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.